but you've been conditioned to expect their return. So no matter what you do in life, you can't move on because your brain is expecting their return. So why would you move on when you know that at any given moment, your toxic, narcissistic ex is going to show her pretty little face again? Welcome, my friends, to another exciting special edition segment episode of Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira, and I'm going to be taking some comments today for a change from the YouTube comments section because I never do that. So there's a first time for everything, isn't there? But yeah, today we're going to be talking about blocking. You know, when you block toxic people so that they don't contact you, and how important it is to make sure that you keep them blocked and that you don't unblock them. Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about stuff like that. We're also going to be talking about cheating, and we're going to be talking about how the narcissist conditions you to expect them to come back. That's right. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, why don't we jump into some topics? I mean comments. I mean topics, or both. This one comes from DJW8504. What do we got here? Opinions needed, please. I have completely taken a break off of my social media with lots of friends. I feel bad, but is it a good idea? Should I continue to work on myself without it? Thank you all. Are you trolling us? Like, okay, so you got off social media. You feel bad for being off social media. What a surprise. Should I continue working on myself without social media? Of course not. Completely stop working on yourself. Go back to social media. Give all your attention to social media. Get consumed by social media, right? Sell your soul to the matrix. Stop working on yourself. Why would you want to do that? Next question. This one comes from SimJam1980. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, they start by blocking you for a couple of hours. I just said we were going to be talking about blocking. Then it's a day or two. They train you to expect them to come back. But they make you wait longer and longer, telling you to move on while they go and cheat. Before you know, you have been waiting months to hear from them. And when you finally give up, they come back with their fake promises to keep you trapped, only to throw you in the bin again. Damn, I must have read that comment before I started the video because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Thanks for sending that in. You know, it's interesting how these predators operate. They will block you for a few hours, and they notice how quickly you run out of breath when you realize you've been blocked. It's like, oh, I'm blocked. Because blocking feels horrible in today's world, right? You should watch that episode of Black Mirror when they get blocked, but when you get blocked in Black Mirror, it's not just on social media, but your entire existence is blocked and you can't see the person. You just see like a mirage or some shit. A silhouette, excuse me. Anyway, it's interesting how the psychological torture behind that, because you're being conditioned. You get blocked here and then they unblock you. So you feel better. Then next time you get blocked again, it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, no, 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 no. And then you get unblocked. You see, so the brain starts developing a condition here. And then it realizes, okay, when I get blocked, it's the end of the world. But the amazing feelings I feel after surpass that. So bring it on. Even though you don't want to be blocked and you're afraid of being blocked again, because you're always going to be wondering, could this time be forever? Because the last time was longer than the first time. So then you get blocked again. This time it's not 2 hours. This time it's a whole day. And then they finally text you at night. Oh, thank God they texted me before they went to sleep. So you have the best sleep until it happens again. And then this time, you're like, oh man, last time it was a whole day. But I'm sure she's gonna text me tonight before bed. She always texts me before bed, even when she's blocked me for a whole day. She always texts me before bed, and you don't get that text before bed this time. Uh-oh. But then you get it in the morning, and you feel better. You see what starts to happen. Eventually it becomes days and weeks and months. But you've been conditioned to expect their return. So no matter what you do in life, you can't move on because your brain is expecting their return. So why would you move on when you know that at any given moment, your toxic, narcissistic ex is going to show her pretty little face again? Or it could be a borderline that you're dealing with, or histrionic. How can you escape a vicious cycle like that when your brain has been wired to expect doom, but yet look forward to the doom because it knows that you're going to feel better when they return, and then you're going to be flooded with dopamine and serotonin and good feelings and good emotions and sex and all that stuff. So imagine, now they go away for a year or two, and in the back of your head, at some point they're going to show up, at some point. And then they show up, and you, like a dumbass, take them back. You take them back because it's kind of like you're pulling a rubber band, and there's so much tension, right? The longer you pull it, so like the longer you're away from them, the more tension there is. So when you get back with them, you let them back in, they show up and they apologize and whatever, and you guys work it out, and you have sex, boom! It's like this explosive energy. You're just expecting that, and you're just craving it, and you want it. And then they throw you to the bin again. And you're like, what the fuck? Again? Yeah, again. What did you expect? That's the pattern. What else were you expecting? The only thing you got right was that they came back. That's the only thing you got right. That you were hoovered. That's the only thing you got right. But if you were expecting a different result, then you're insane. This is what they do. It's madness. I tell you, it's madness. But it's psychological. And, humans do things based on psychological influences. Even though it makes no sense in a logical conversation to do something like that. Once your emotions are compromised, it's tough, but you have to stick to the plan. If you've been burned over and over and over again by a narcissist, by a psychopath, by a borderline, by anybody, they don't even have to have a cluster B personality disorder. Anybody that has burned you time and time again, that have sold you out to your friends, they've embarrassed you in public, they've lied to you, they've cheated. Maybe you guys have like a business together or something, and they just cheated and lied and taken your money and manipulated shit. Maybe they're cheaters. Maybe you guys play sports and they're always cheating, and what, you expect they're not going to cheat next time? They're always going to cheat. They're always going to be changing the score. So you end up not having fun, and yet you invite them again to keep playing, even though you're not having fun because they're cheaters. What did you expect? At this point, it's your fault. You're doing this to yourself. Stop it. But that's the pattern with narcissists, isn't it? That's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. That's how they survive. I'm not saying they're off the hook here. I'm saying you have to recognize that's what these individuals do. They will fuck your life up. And then they will come back with their tail between their legs, hoping you will take them back so that they can fuck your life up again. Don't be a sucker. Don't do it to yourself. Because at this point, if you do, you can't blame the narcissist anymore. You really have to take a good look at yourself and ask yourself, why am I doing this? I've watched the videos, I've done the coaching, I've read the books, I've gone on the retreats, I've done the meditations, I've traveled the world, and I'm still going back. No, there's something wrong with you at this point. There's something wrong with you. You're the common denominator here. So think about that. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate you nailing it exactly as you did. It's nothing but fake promises so that they can throw you in the bin again, because they have to self-sabotage and they have to fulfill their patterns of destruction. When they hit a rock bottom and they're feeling low and they hoover and they come back and they tell you all the things that they tell you and you believe it like a fool. The minute that happens, there's a shift. Something happens. As long as you don't take the bait, everything's cool. The moment you take the bait, they lose interest. The moment they take the bait, they lose interest, they start fault finding, and they will cheat, they will groom someone else, and they will repeat the same patterns of destruction that led you here in the first place. Gotta make better choices, guys. You have to make better choices. So, if you'd like to work with me, I have a program, a coaching program that I conduct privately over Zoom. There's more information on that in a link that I have below in the description of this video, or you can visit the link that I'm flashing on the screen right now, where you're gonna have to type that one in yourself. It's easier to click the link on the description. And we can work together on this. Sometimes you just need somebody in your corner to help push you through the hard decisions that you're afraid of making alone. But remember, you're not alone. We've all been through this shit. Millions and millions of us have gone through this shit and have gotten out. You can too, if you want. That begs the question. Do you want to heal? Do you want to get out? Or do you want to go back and keep chewing on that shit sandwich? Because let me tell you, it's going to taste like shit. That's it for today. So, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if this is your first time watching these videos. Oh my God, can you imagine if this is the first time and you haven't subscribed, and then you wonder, oh my God, remember that guy with the crazy hair talking all this nonsense about Narcissists? What the hell was that? That was an interesting show. And then you can never find it again. Well, you might want to hit the subscribe button, because once you're subscribed, YouTube likes to spam you and tell you, hey, there's a new video from this guy. Go check it out. So do that. Let me know what other topics you'd like to cover, you would like for me to cover in the next segment of the Psychopath Exposure Show, and I might consider it. Thanks for watching till the very end. Love you guys. Be good. I'll see you next time. Peace.